Buying any stock of art, let me just say this. You're not buying the regular car, you're not buying the regular jet there that you put in. This is something that has never fallen. There is no stock market that you find art falling. So it's always on the rise, and Nigeria is on the rise.
The demand for Nigerian art, both locally and globally, has equipped the artists with necessary skills to create various forms of art. And for the masters, it also provided a significant cultural component to help them in communicating ideas, entertain, and awaken our curiosity and emotions.
It has to do with the Nigerian situation where we have the three major ethnic groups in the country, Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. And the work here represents three figures with three different colors. So as the artist, I chose blue color to suggest that the man in blue is the good and the man in red is the bad, while the man with black dress is the ugly. Will you say the Igbo man is the one wearing the blue color, or the red or black, or vice versa, the Hausa man, or even the Yoruba man? So the major idea is that we are very rich, but unfortunately we are not making good progress because we have the good, the bad, and the ugly within our society.
Hello, welcome to another Saturday news review on NT Lagos Channel 10. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. First on our bulletin tonight, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will depart Abuja on Sunday for Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, to participate in the African Heads of State Energy Summit on January 27 to 28, 2025. The summit, hosted by the government to Tanzania in collaboration with the African Development Bank Group and the World Bank, aims to advance Mission 300, an initiative to provide electricity access to 300 million people in Africa by 2030. In Dar es Salaam, African leaders, private sector leaders, development partners, and civil society groups will strategize to accelerate energy access across the continent. The summit will provide a platform for sharing knowledge, expertise, and resources to address Africa's energy challenges and also focus on accelerating energy access in unserved regions, renewable energy, energy efficiency, and mobilizing private sector investment. 13 days after his removal as Speaker, Lagos House of Assembly Mudashiru Obasa says he remains the Speaker until due process is followed for his removal. Obasa made his assertion at a gathering organized by the political supporters where he later addressed journalists in Lagos. Musa Toliet asked the details.
and supporters of the deposed Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, thronged the Speaker's lodge in Ikeja to show solidarity after the removal saga. Different political groups took turns to sing and dance as they anticipated the arrival of Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. Upon arrival at the event, Obasa fielded questions from journalists on his present status in the Lagos House of Assembly and his next line of action.
Right, Honorable Pelumi, when he was removed, he was on the floor of the house. Probably he was presiding. After Joshua was removed, she walked to the house. And those who were suspended, they were around. And there was no involvement of police. And the house, the chamber was not broken into. And fake mace was not brought to the house. I'm saying the Speaker until the right thing has been done. If you want to remove me in the proper way.
Thereafter, Obasa addressed party faithful and supporters on his removal and the need for them to remain calm.
That has happened in Lagos State House of Assembly. I'm surely going to get back to you. The decision that I will take. And I believe in the image of our institution. We must not destroy it. We must stand by it and continue to build it. So I don't have anything against anybody. Even the members, my colleagues that were involved, I respect them. I love them and I will continue to be with them. Whatever decision they take, I will abide by it.
It is the first time the former Speaker, Mudashiru Obasa, is breaking his silence after his removal by the lawmakers at the Lagos State House of Assembly on January 13, 2025. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
The need to promote inclusive education at all levels that will enhance learning opportunities for all students, regardless of the backgrounds or abilities, has been stressed. This was a symposium organized by the Candlelight Foundation for Children with Special Needs to commemorate year 2025 International Day of Education. Esther Wamaka reports.
In most developing countries, children with special needs are still faced with challenges that make learning more difficult than most children of their age. This more often than not prevents them from reaching their potential in life. This symposium, organized by Candlelight Foundation for Children with Special Needs, is aimed at creating awareness about the needs to support children with special needs and give them a sense of hope.
If you have a child with special needs, it's not the end of the world, not a disease. It's an ability. That children might not be able to do certain things other children are doing, but he might be able to do other things that other children cannot also do. So when you have a child with those abilities, early intervention is the best.
We really need to take it forward by talking to maybe our neighbors, our friends, probably in our place of work that neurodivergent individuals also have things to contribute to themselves, to their family, to society at large.
In commemoration of the International Day of Education, representatives of the foundation urged government and relevant stakeholders to lend a voice to children with special needs by promoting inclusive education in schools and learning centers across the country.
Isolating them is not. It's always a bad idea. But when you keep them in a safe place, an inclusive environment with their peers, it makes them to learn faster.
That is why we preach inclusiveness for them, for everything about the children to be included in the curriculum, in everything, not in paper, but physically. We want to see children with special needs to participate in everything the schools are going through.
We are looking forward to getting donations, financial support, resources support from individuals, governments, and organizations.
Some participants shared their thoughts on the symposium.
The learning aspect, the way they should be able to catch up, we don't know it. So with this seminar now, I am grateful that Candlelight Foundation located us and they are able to enlighten us, and I'm happy. Not to help the child, you work hand in hand in order to, help that child grow. Because since it's a spectrum, it's something that you have to manage.
The Candlelight Foundation for Children with Special Needs is a non-governmental organization committed to making a meaningful difference in the lives of children with exceptionalities and their families. In Lagos, S.A. Owamaka, NT News.
Now to the news review in details. During the week, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu approved the funding for the successful takeoff of the categories to UNESCO International Media and Information Literacy Institute in Nigeria. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, made this known when he received UNESCO Visibility Team in Abuja. Saliu Abdullahi Gwanara reports.
Nigeria's pledge to establish and host the institute emerged from the 2022 UNESCO Global Media and Information Literacy Week, hosted by Nigeria in October 2022 in Abuja, and was endorsed by a resolution of the 216th session of the UNESCO Executive Board in May 2023. Members of the UNESCO feasibility team are here to compare notes after reviewing Nigeria's proposal on the infrastructure provided for the takeoff of the institute that will provide services to the world.
We will have the university, and so far, Honorable Minister, we have been so good from our end. All of the documents and the similar we interacted with, they have been so positive.
Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, acknowledged UNESCO's desire to continue to support the country to explore its potential in developing its information and communication space.
We approached Mr. President, who has graciously not just approved what the ministry, in collaboration with the National Open University of Nigeria, is doing, but also in ensuring that every support, especially the financial, whatever support that is required, everything that we have asked of from Mr. President has been provided.
As a government image maker, he reaffirmed the government's unrelenting efforts to guarantee press freedom and restore trust and credibility to government communications.
If you are reporting anything, whether you are a citizen journalist with a phone on your hand or a laptop or whatever, and your desire is to push out information, you have to know that you have a great responsibility on your shoulder. It is either you are pushing out information that helps society to grow, to develop, or you are also pushing weapons that will help to destroy the very society that you belong to. And so we, as a country, have decided to key into the UNESCO guidelines in ensuring that information, misinformation, disinformation, and fake news are somewhat being looked at.
He called for global support in the fight against fake news. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu restated his administration's commitment to partnering with educational institutions, both at the federal and state levels, to advance educational opportunities for young Nigerians. The governor gave the reassurance when he played host at the Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Professor Isiaq Oloyede, at the Lagos House, Ikeja. Joy Ken Abapoya reports.
The visit by the JAMB delegation, led by its registrar, Professor Isiaq Oloyede, is to draw the attention of the Lagos State Governor to the challenges experienced in accommodating the high number of UTME candidates in Lagos and to seek support in addressing the difficulties.
If we have a plot of land, it is for us to build, just as we are building, because we are doing this in the last 2-3 years. We have done so in Rivers, we have done so in Borno, Sokoto, Kano, Nasarawa, and so on, where we have the centers, where even the needs are less. So we feel that we should come and appeal to you as our father in the state to please urgently provide us with a plot of land in each of these places.
Reiterating the state's commitment to improving educational standards, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu promises support to JAMB in its quest to establish new computer-based test centers for candidates in Lagos.
The requests are well taken. They are appropriate, and we will do everything we can to make it, happen for you. We've also taken the point around utilizing the skills and the competence and the capacity, of JAMB. Only to mention that we have one of the biggest and we dare say the best public service staff development school in the country here in Lagos, which we pride, as the best in Magodo, where, we train not just Lagosians everywhere in the country. They come, and we also have partnership with the public school in Singapore, where we continue to train public officers.
The governor also acknowledged the transformative strides so far achieved by the Joint Matriculation Examination Board under Professor Ishak Oloyede. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakuya, NTA News.
It is time for African nations to fully embrace and adopt borderless interactions and work in synergy to achieve sustainable socio-economic development and uplift the African continent. This was established when the Rwanda High Commissioner to Nigeria paid a courtesy visit to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in Lagos. Again, Joy Ken Abakuya reports.
Advice do you have for men generally? For starters, the products that work the best from experience
of partnerships are the major focus of this visit by the Rwanda High Commissioner to Nigeria, Christophe Bazivamo.
We are looking forward actually on this issue of value addition because we think sustainable development, jobs creation can only happen if we develop our industries. And this is the way Rwanda has chosen, and the way we are also, as Pan-Africanists, mobilizing people to move that direction.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who acknowledged the transformative growth of Rwanda within a short time, highlights several areas of mutually beneficial partnerships that can be explored by both Nigeria and Rwanda. He assures the visiting ambassador of the Lagos State government's readiness to collaborate.
It's interesting to know, in terms of natural and mineral resources, what Rwanda has been able to do. I think Nigeria needs to learn very quickly and see how we also can develop not just petrochemical refinery, but refinery in other mineral, areas, and see, like you mentioned, not just an export, but a value addition, a value addition methodology.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu also emphasized the importance of a borderless Africa, which he says will boost trade and development in the continent. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakuya, NTA News.
Also, the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, received the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mojisola Lasbias Miranda, and the other principal officers of the House on a courtesy visit at his office, Alarusa Ikeja, this week. The Speaker was received by Mr. Governor and his deputy, Dr. Obafemi Amzat, shortly before the commencement of the weekly States Executive Council meeting. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu led the Speaker and a delegation to the Council chamber, where the Speaker and the ESCO's members pledged to continue a harmonious work relationship between the two arms of governments in Lagos State. You are live on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Now let's take a quick break. After the short timeout, the news continues. Please stay tuned.
What we're basically doing today is to search for the tastiest biscuits ever on the playground. Are you guys ready? Yeah! The search starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Sona biscuits are rich in flavor, nourishment, and excitement. Grab a bite today.
Chief Chief, you are welcome. Oh, these people said, oh, thank God, the light is back. Oh, again, why are you still living in the past?
Have you not heard of solar? Chief, forget all these fake products in the market. Don't get mad. Get Bifrost and Suntress American solar battery and panel. It is the original Indian product in the market. Approved by Sun. Bifrost and Suntress America. Tubular battery. They have super inverter, Suntress MPPT controller, and street light for church, offices, factories, mosques, hospitals, even industries. Visit Easy Blessed Nigeria Limited, head office, Easy Blessed Plaza, F10 and 11, Alaba Arago Junction, Alaba International Market. Ring them on 08036 830 557 08039 644 115. Bifrost and Suntress America.
Welcome back, and if you are just joining us, you're watching NT Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. We are still on the stories that made headlines during the week. The usage of generative artificial intelligence in medical practice is pivotal in delivering efficient and effective healthcare service in Nigeria. This was disclosed by the medical professionals at the 8th edition of Felix Dosekun Memorial Lecture held at the College of Medicine, Idiaraba, Lagos. S.A. Wamaka reports.
Principal officers, students of the College of Medicine, University of Lagos, and other stakeholders converged at the instance of the 8th edition of Felix Dosekun Memorial Lecture in honor of late Professor Felix Dosekun, who made significant contributions to the development of the medical profession.
They identify people in various specialties and mentor them so that they can take over from them.
So the good work they've done, where we had the lecture is where this professor gave his very first lecture, to students, and the university started as a medical school. The first part of it, and then there were other faculties that came shortly after. So we want to celebrate their memory and their legacy.
We recognize that the only reason that we are at the top as University of Lagos is because of the significant contributions of those who came before us.
The theme of the memorial lecture is Medical Curriculum and Artificial Intelligence, the meeting point and path to flow. The guest lecturer, Dr. Emi Mbere Ontaji, stressed the importance of artificial intelligence in transforming healthcare services in Nigeria.
We try to have a meeting point between this level of doctors, or student doctors and AI, artificial intelligence. And we found that they really complement each other.
Many of the medical and surgical procedures now have a lot to do with artificial intelligence, where you can even have remote therapies where you can, from your office space, give medical remedies to conditions that are even far away from you, telemedicine and so on. So these are trending things, and we are trying to key in Nigeria, into medical practice, into artificial intelligence.
High points of the ceremony featured presentation of plaques and awards to deserving recipients, including Dr. Rotimi Josekun, who received a posthumous award on behalf of his late father.
College and University, for the honor you see my father. That was extremely passionate and devoted about the development of this College of Medicine.
Late Professor Felix Dosekun was the first emeritus professor in the University of Lagos. In Lagos, S.A. Owamaka, NT News.
It was another milestone recorded by the Marcus Arabic and Islamic Training Center when the first set of the students of the University College matriculated in Agege, Lagos. Musa Toliat reported that the event was witnessed by Islamic scholars from various parts of the country. To report.
Studentship for these pioneer future Islamic scholars at the Marcus University College begins with the matriculation.
I will not participate in any activities belong to any student organization.
Matriculation ceremony in universities is very unique, very important, and very fundamental because it introduces the students formally to the institution. It provides opportunity for them to meet the leadership of the institution, and it's to give them opportunity to know the values of the university that they are trying to join.
They need to transform educational landscape and create a platform for the emergence of young Islamic scholars necessitated the establishment of the Markaz University College by the founder, Sheikh Mohammed Habibullah Adam Abdullahi Al-Ilori.
We are establishing basically on what we have on the ground. So here is Arabic and Islamic Training Center. So when we want to elevate into the university standard, so we should not look into having a college of law, college of medicine, college of, so we have to base on the foundation.
We have a diploma program, and from there we have gone on to begin to run university degree programs. So we have intervened to a very large extent. I will call it an intervention.
So I understand that young people are not endeared to academic education as before, but nevertheless, it's important that we continue to work so hard to ensure they come back to the citadels and be better people.
Markaz Arabic and Islamic Training Center has produced accomplished alumni who are interested in ensuring uninterrupted academic journey for these students, even beyond graduation.
The standard here cannot be less than the standard in the mother institution. I'm a product of this institution. It's a quality institution. I'm also a product of the University of Ilorin, and I can beat my chest that these are world-class institutions.
The students share their aspirations.
I want to become a professor.
After my course, I expected to be a renowned scholar.
The Markaz University College is affiliated to University of Ilorin, and it is an offshoot of Markaz Arabic and Islamic Center, which was first established in Abeokuta in 1952, before it was later moved to Agege, Lagos in 1957 by the late Sheikh Adam Abdullahi Al-Ilori. In Lagos, Musa Toniat, NTA News.
It was a moment of excitement to behold as the old students of Awaru Islam College of the 74-75 set from various parts of the country converge and reminisce on the good old days of the college years. Our correspondent captured the beautiful moments and report that the event also featured award given to outstanding personalities. The report.
5 decades of friendship, a lifetime of memories, and a treasure trove of love is what has resonated among members of the Old Student Association of Awaru Islam College at Days Together. While reminiscing on the lovely movement of the days as secondary school mates in the 70s, the president of the association, Jamiu Ashimi, says life has been a roller coaster of both the good and bad, noting that the best people to have around as friends are the childhood ones. He advised younger ones of the college to be diligent and resilient, adding that a stitch in time saved 9.
Well, one thing that we went through in that school was high standard of discipline. The discipline was very, very high. Then in terms of academic excellence too, yes, we had very good teachers.
The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, represented by the Commissioner for Basic and Secondary School Education, urged the members of the association to keep the bond stronger and to also facilitate capacity building of the younger generation, reiterating that they are the future of tomorrow.
Our message to Old Student Association out there is for them to leverage, because in education governance right now is about collaborative efforts in doing so many things in our public schools.
Members of the association couldn't hold back their thoughts about their days in school.
I miss the 5 years I spent in school, because the people that we were in school with, looking back, they are like brothers.
When they told us the salt is out and it has been pasted, I was hiding behind my friend, just trying to see my name. Immediately I saw my name, I just shouted, I give glory to God.
You know, the advice is very easy. Okay, look at us. Okay, if they were to be standing before me now, I would just tell them, okay, look at us.
and admirer of the association, Alaka Yusuf, bears his mind on the program.
I decided to celebrate with them because when you celebrate with them, with those that are doing joyous things, definitely yours will surely come back too.
These are the students of Amaru Islam College, class of 1974-1975.
The Lagos State government during the week announced that a private firm has promised to take sole responsibility of 3-year-old Michael Abayomi, who was abused by a school teacher. The abused minor received a general scholarship offer and a 2-bedroom flat for his widowed mother. This was witnessed by the representatives of the Lagos State government at Alausa Ikeja. To report.
Few weeks ago, the internet was flooded with a distressing incident where a school teacher assaulted a 3-year-old minor during his school lesson.
Kids is like this, like this, like this, like this, that's it.
Publish is depressed because normal human being that sucked her own mother's breast, went to her mother's tutor, her own parent tutor, can't do such thing to such a child.
We need to study them, knows their strengths, their weakness, before you start working with them.
Children will test you. So you must be patient, you must be passionate about children.
This garnered widespread attention and reactions from many Nigerians.
As a minor, the teacher is not supposed to be to the students like that.
You should know that we all have different level of understanding.
Government to have rules for the teachers, how to discipline the pupils in the class.
They should have a monitoring unit saying what the teachers are doing.
There is a common saying that every disappointment is a blessing in disguise. This seems to be the case of 3-year-old Michael Abayomi as he gets a stroke of luck. This small gathering of government officials from the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, Lagos State, and representatives of a private firm are at the instance of Michael Abayomi.
We're offering financial support from his primary level, where he is now, to the university level. And currently we're supporting the mother with the sum of 1 million naira to find apartment and resettle herself while we continue what we're doing.
Well, it didn't end there. The private firm also provided his mother, a widow.
Now when we make this construction, we start this construction, we are giving the family of Mr. Michael Abayomi a 2-bedroom apartment there.
And I'm very grateful to those that want to support me. I really appreciate them and thank God for everything that they will do in my life and my son's life.
The Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobalaji Ogunlede, who spoke on behalf of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, appreciated the kind gesture of the private firm. He urged well-meaning Nigerians to complement government's efforts in supporting vulnerable individuals in the society.
Again, for all of us that are on the media space, which is what it is right now, there's a lot of positivity that can come out of it, which is what this is. And this is what we are campaigning for. It's not all about negative news or negative media. This has been turned to a positive outcome, right? And this is what it is.
Meanwhile, the 45-year-old school teacher, Stella Wadigbo, who assaulted Michael Abayomi, has been remanded at the Kirikiri Correctional Facility until February 18 for the continuation of the case.
And that concludes the news. Thanks for staying with us. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. A very good evening to you.